The OC.
The film breakdown.
All right, guys, it's the OC with Boss Cowboy Sports, back with another one, and class is in session. But before we get into this Micah Parsons film, I want you guys to do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification icons for the latest and greatest in Cowboys content and news. And so this film, we're going to describe why Micah Parsons is absolutely the most complete defensive player in the NFL today. And a lot of people focus on, you know, the ability of him to rush the passer. And we're going to talk about that quite a bit in this video too. But we're going to talk about the details of the why. And we're going to talk about in particular the things that most people don't talk about in his game. All right, so this is first play highlight. This is a sack by Micah Parsons, just being Micah Parsons. We'll let this run real quick so you guys can see it. Micah Parsons at the top of the screen, and it's the common things with Micah Parsons in terms of tremendous get off, and look at that. I mean, and that's the natural ability, crawling like a dog, like a lion. This man is bananas, man. I mean, you can't prep for that. There's no way in practice this Jets left tackle is helpless. And notice the wide techniques here. And so this is a loop game. You got two wide, you got a wide three, you got a 4-5 technique, and then you got Micah Parsons wide. Micah Parsons just goes simply, change directions and come down inside, and it's a sack. That's easy money. That's as easy as it can get. We'll move on to the next play, and we'll see Micah Parsons here that really Micah Parsons is showing more so of his power and his strength. And this is what I want to highlight, because this is what most people don't talk about when you're talking about Micah Parsons. Notice Micah Parsons now is down in the three-point stance. Micah Parsons is in between this. This is overload to the left by the Jets out of I formation. Okay, they ran this set several times in the game. Micah Parsons is in your C gap between the left tackle and this tight end in this situation. Notice the power and the hands. This is what people don't talk about. Micah Parsons has done the unenviable task of adding power and strength and not losing speed. So we'll run this. We'll see how he strikes with the hands and he controls two blockers. Notice him in here. Look, he blows up this guy. He completely controls that guy. So we'll see it from the other angle. He didn't make a tackle here, but I'm showing the power and I'm showing the dimension to his game that now Micah Parsons is 245, but he's playing like he's two. Look how he strikes this guy. He strikes him and he controls the two blockers, and he's forcing, we'll run that back one more time. He's forcing the ball to be cut inside. Because Micah Parsons controls this tight end and even the bounce back block by the left tackle here. Look at this. Now, look, the left tackle, he can't help with OC. He can't do nothing with OC. He's going to try to flip late and help with Micah. Well, you can't help with Micah either. This is forcing this play inside, and this is leaving it inside for 33 and 55 to come in here and try to clean up these plays here. All right, look at that. Look at that. No movement. Micah Parsons' penetration. Damone Clark is in on that tackle, and that is the element of his game that most people don't talk about, the power. We'll show it again on this particular play with Micah Parsons. He's standing up here over the left tackle. Tremendous power, okay? Look at the power that he plays with. Tremendous. Now, again, you normally see Micah Parsons will freeze it. We see him standing up. We see him defeat a block. Again, almost make this tackle. Micah Parsons now is playing in a three-point stance. There was a time when Micah Parsons used to get pushed around a little bit. Now, not the case. Three-point stance, overload right, playing with tremendous power. Look at the hand power. He's shooting. He controls the block, sheds it, almost makes this tackle, forces this guy into never ever land into Osa, where Osa is making this tackle for a tackle for loss. That's hugely in part for the control and the power that Micah Parsons plays with on that particular play. And that's the element, and we'll see it from this angle even more clearly. Three-point stands. This is rare. Tremendous power. Look at the hand strike and throw. Hand strike and throw. And so he's worked with T-Mac Elite Training out of Allen, Texas, a friend of mine, working on the boxing, working on the mitts, and it's paying dividends in his game. And we'll see it more on some of these pass rushing clips coming up. But the hand power and speed is definitely a huge element and factor that Micah Parsons has added to his game in this situation here. All right, so you got Micah Parsons running up inside, tackle for loss. I mean, these guys are helpless. This is just the speed, explosion. We'll see it from the other angle. The speed, explosion, and quickness of Micah Parsons. And he was off the ball, right? He was on the ball. Now he's off the ball. Now he just jukes this offensive lineman, comes inside, makes the tackle. This guy's helpless. There's nothing you can do. So now we've seen Micah Parsons now in 3 different elements. Now we're going to see him standing up outside wide here. This is just really a great play by Micah Parsons in terms of recognition. All right. And so these guys are going to try to run a sweep outside, and they're trying to crack Micah. Micah fights across the crack. Micah makes the tackle, pulls the ball out, gets up, runs it back. And this is not going to be a touchdown because he's down by contact back where he tackled the running back. However, we'll see this from the other angle, and we'll break this down even more. So they have a crack, had a crack on Micah in that particular play, and he just dominated. So we'll roll on to this next one, and we'll kind of see what he does here. He's lined up wide, and just notice his game. Notice the maturation and the dimensions of his game. The slant inside. I mean, oh my goodness, right? Oh my goodness. That could have been a sack. He was about 0.3 seconds late before that turned into a travesty for Zach Wilson. Notice the speed in the hands. Notice the hands. Obviously, he has the get off, tremendous get off. Look at that. Arm over. He traps the inside hand of the offensive tackle. And once he traps the hand of the offensive tackle, there's nothing that offensive tackle can do but do what he does. He opens up and he gives Micah Parsons really the inside. All right. And so just one last time on this one. Opens up, Micah Parsons inside. Off we go. All right. Here we go. Now, we'll look at Micah Parsons over the center in this play. And this, you know, again, look, just athleticism, precision, and look, he's running down Zach, and Zach throws the interception. Micah Parsons' pressure causes that interception in that particular play. The center does not have the lateral movement and mobility, and this is a great job also by Dan Quinn to scheme Micah Parsons into situations and circumstances where he can make plays. So he's going to stutter, and then here we go. He's got inside out, right? Slapping with the hands, and you got to see the subtlety. Slapping with the hands, getting the hands off. Look, forcing the rush throw. That's an interception. Turnover for the Cowboys, all created by Micah Parsons and the maturation and development of his game. We'll look at Micah Parsons' next play at the top of the screen, and this is going to be more of the same. Notice the get off, and the hands, right? The hands. And look, this was a great pressure and forcing the escape by Zach. Didn't turn into a sack. But what I do want to highlight about this particular play is that, look, Micah Parsons is actually complete in terms of his pass rush ability. He used to get hit in his chest at the top of these rushes. Now he does not. Here, you'll see Micah Parsons setting him up. That's a dip and rip. That's a dip. He's ripping under, and he's going to almost turn the loop, right? He gets a hand on Zach, and he causes the holding penalty. All right, so we see that it wasn't a sack, but he's creating havoc. He's being extremely disruptive, getting the holding penalty. Micah Parsons, again, at the top of the screen, over the left tackle versus the trips formation, just putting in work, man. And look, that's another hold, actually. But, you know, we get the sack on this play. Micah Parsons is beating the left tackle like a drum, beating this guy inside. And I do want to point out something from this angle. Mozzie is also a part of this, all right? So we'll let it run, and then we'll pause it when we get near to the top of it. So look at Mozzie right here at the bottom. Mozzie sees the screen. Mozzie runs and attacks number 20. So Zach Wilson on the pump fake, he cannot throw this screen, which allows Micah Parsons to close and get the sack. We'll let it run. That's a sack. Great job. Great hands. Great change of directions. Elite hands. Elite strength. Power now by Micah Parsons, making him the most complete player, in my opinion, from a defensive perspective in the NFL. All right, guys. So listen, man, if you like content like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me, the OC100, on Twitter. Leave your comments. Let me know how we did in the video below. And until next time, I'll see you.